Hello and welcome to my bedroom. I asked you guys to, I did a Q&A on Twitter and you guys asked me a bunch of questions and so now I'm gonna answer them. If you guys notice, we're just gonna leave it at that, okay? Okay, let's go to the beginning. So some of the first questions are, I'm sure you guessed it, about the release of music and when the hell that is going to happen. It's just a whole process. It's not just like, hey, let's just put out this song right now, bam. It doesn't happen that way apparently. And honestly, I'm so new to the whole game. And so if you're going to ask anybody about the release of music, probably wouldn't even be me. But we are recording and we're perfecting and we are practicing and, mastering more or less our craft for you guys. I promise you in the back end, we are getting the wheels turning. And whatever we come out with, we have to be proud. And you are going to be proud. And that's what matters. Okay? Wow! This is Lormani I Tonryu. Ooh, yes, Lormani. I love both Lormani and Lauren. Just beautiful people. What is something you're currently very excited about? What I'm gonna cook today. Also, rehearsal for Essence Fest. That is going to be so much fun. So much fun. At actually_Allie, best part about writing music. I guess that it's a way of expressing yourself that not a lot of people, or not everyone, gets to do. At W Zupnani, what are you doing right now? This video. At Send Her Luggage, dream collab. Personally, I mean, Michael Bublé. If I get to sing with Michael Bublé, my life will be complete and I can die right after I get off that stage. Also, Kurt Elling, great singer. I got to see him perform and I was like 20 feet away from the stage and that was good enough for me. But again, these are dream collabs. I also really like Kehlani. It would be awesome to collab with her. Ooh, John Legend. Oh, John Legend. At June's Minaj, are y'all doing choreo for all songs for Essence or just the one Frank posted? Ideally, it'd be more than one song, but that's the only one that we've rehearsed so far. Major rehearsal starts in a few days, and so we're gonna learn what the whole set is and everything like that. At Daniel X Jonathan, what is your favorite song right now? I'll tell you what my favorite EP is right now. I listen to all those songs just the same as of now. If you've ever heard of the artist Sir, S-I-R, I've been listening to his EP called Her Too. I think my favorite song on the EP is probably Sugar. So good, just so good. At Shy ZK, yes to the name. When are you gonna dye your hair pink? I don't know. But I'm digging the blue right now. I will dye my hair pink. Oh dang, I cut off your username. I'm so sorry. I cut off your username when I was screenshotting. So I don't know, but hopefully you recognize your question. What's your favorite song you're performing at Essence Fest? I don't know the whole set, but the one that you guys saw in the video is probably, it's one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite song that we've recorded so far. I forget what it's called. What's it called? Good time. It's called Good Time. Woohoo! At Cocaine Crystalline. Yes to the name. What is your sexual orientation? I think that everyone deserves to be loved. If I happen to contribute, no matter who you are, I'm happy to do so. Yeah. At Queening. Fabe, when are you gonna stop playing and follow me back? _Queening_. Let's go on Twitter. Search. _. What was it? Follow! Did it. Does that answer your question? Maybe. At Actually Allie, what is the best part about writing new music? Love you. Love you too. Best part about writing new music, I think I said it before, just it's a different way of expressing yourself. It's cathartic. At Dinah's Smile, same. If your heartbeat was to a specific, if your heartbeat was to a specific song, what song would your heart beat to, Cassie? Jeez, that is a tough one. I actually just listened to this song the other day, and I don't know why it spoke to me. It just did. It was Cannonball Adderley and like a Brazilian sextet or something like that. It's just like super smooth and chill, and oh my gosh, I just loved the way that it felt. And let me tell you, Cannonball Adderley made that saxophone sing, baby. He gave it life. He gave an instrument life. It was called Corcovado. It was some foreign word that, hold on. Corcovado. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah. That. Loved it. Oh my gosh. I cut your username off too. How's choreo going for you? Are you getting used to it? You know, it's going well, because the way I see it, every time you get out there and dance, or every time you rehearse, you're getting better. So technically it's going well. Am I getting used to it? Well, we have to rehearse a little bit more probably for me to get used to just learning choreo, because that was never really a thing in my life, was like learning choreography, remembering it, and doing it. I think the last time I did that was when I was in ballet, and I was like 5. At Asia_Mitchell, would you spend an entire day with a fan? Fuck yes! Of course. You guys are like awesome people. And plus we have spent whole days with fans, plural. Yeah, for sure. Oh, dang it. I cut your username off. I'm so sorry. One thing you'd go back and change in your life if you could. Ooh, you know what? Getting a good grade in my economics class. I almost didn't graduate because of one class. I'm pretty sure it was online. And I was just like, man, whatever. And I realized I hadn't been doing the work. And it was like towards the end of the semester. And I walk into my teacher's class, he was the online teacher or whatever. But he was also a teacher on campus. And I was like, hey, I know that I've been a really shitty student, but can I just do all the packets now and just maybe turn it in and like you give me a good grade? And he was like, no, he wasn't having it at all. So I talked to a whole bunch of counselors. Less than a month before graduation was supposed to happen, I took a condensed version of it, and it was the most stressful thing ever, because I'm not at all an economics person. Just a lot of statistics and numbers and rules that don't make any sense. Let me tell you one thing, I don't remember anything that I learned in that class. So that I would have done a better job in my economics class, and I would have tried to retain some knowledge. I would have liked to go back and learn something. At June's Diary X, who are you most excited about seeing at Essence Fest, John Legend? At W Zoop Nani, are y'all gonna be at the BET Awards? IDK, I do not know. I would love to though, but when my bank account is set up. Comment below if you know what that reference is from. Comment below. I love it when people say that. I never thought that I would ever say that. Comment below if blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going too far with it. At Kiwi Corday, what's your favorite thing about being on tour? New cities, new places, new people, new stages. Issa Stan, favorite childhood memory, most embarrassing moment. Love you, boo. Love you too. Favorite childhood memory. It was like one of my first times at the zoo, if not my first time at the zoo with my dad. I remember being all the way across the park, and we heard the lion roar. We were nowhere near its cage, and now I hate saying cage because now zoos are so depressing. I mean, you just look at the sad animals in this small little square space, and they have no space to live, and it's just, ugh. But when you're a kid, it's magical. But anyways, we heard the lion roar, and my dad and I both looked at each other like, I felt like I was in the middle of Africa. Most embarrassing moment as a kid? I have a few. I can tell you. I was in kindergarten. And I had this friend, I don't remember her name. We were in these bathroom stalls, right? Man, I don't even know how to explain this. We basically unrolled all the toilet paper and like stuffed it all in the toilet. I don't know why we did this or why we felt like it was a good idea, but we did it. Now, the principal walks in, catches me, but doesn't catch the other girl. I don't know where she ran away to. This is during recess. So she takes me out. She takes me out into the playground where my crush was playing in the sand. And in a megaphone, she tells everybody what I did. She basically told them that I stuffed the toilet. And she made it seem like my my bodily waste was the thing that stuffed the toilet, not just the toilet paper. Like, you know, I took a huge dump or something and stuffed the toilet, and it was so embarrassing. And my crush looked at me like I was disgusting. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. Okay, second story. I was in swimming lessons, swimming class or whatever. 12 feet deep pool, right? The mission that we had to complete was that we had to touch the bottom of the pool. 12 feet deep. I was like 7. That's an ocean. That is an abyss. I will drown down there. Have you seen the Titanic? Are you crazy? Yo, no, I'm not touching the bottom. I refused to touch the bottom. And she was like, okay, you can go, you know, go swim in that corner. So go stay there. Man, all right. I'd rather do that than die. So I go stand in the corner, whatever. The next person comes up and he was like, I don't know if I want to touch the bottom either. And the instructor goes, do you want to be in the wussy corner? And points to me. What? Wussy corner? I did not agree to this. I will not stand for this bullying, okay? You're supposed to be a role model. You're supposed to, you touch the bottom. See how you like it. See if you survive. I'm passionate. It was a time. Okay. Moving on. But before we move on, so I'm in the middle of editing, and I remember that there is one more story that is worth telling. I'm in the first grade, and I have this massive crush on the second grader because older men, obviously. We're in line for something, and I'm right behind him, and he turns around and he goes, I know you like me, and I just want to let you know that I don't like you back. And I literally ran out of the line into the kindergarten cement play area, which doesn't sound super safe. I run into this kindergartner and he falls flat on his face. And he has this huge gash in the middle of his forehead. It was a dramatic scene. I mean, he was crying. The teacher came over. I'm so sorry. I didn't see him there. I was distressed at the time. I was running from a crisis. Oh, man. That was so bad. And this was a small private school. So you grew up with the same people. Until I left that school, that kindergartner was a year under me. He did not like me at all for years. For years. Dirty looks from him. No matter how many times I apologized, he just held this grudge. I'm telling you. So yeah, that was just bad. It was just bad. I'm gonna go now. Okay, bye. At Gemini Money, why aren't you guys verified? Damn. Drag.